This is the voice of the Report of the Week, signing on. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone watching or listening. This is VORW, the voice of the Report of the Week, broadcasting via YouTube. We are on YouTube. This is the online version of the Report of the Week, though we can also be heard on shortwave for our listeners in Eastern and Central North America on 5110 kilohertz shortwave. Every Tuesday and Thursday evening from 11 o'clock p.m. to 12 o'clock midnight. That's 300 to 400 hours UTC, Wednesdays and Fridays. So thanks for watching. The VORW is back. Now I claim this. I'm gonna put the microphone down here. I've just been doing some work, so if you hear me typing away a little bit, just know that's what I'm doing. But I know I say this in, every VORW show. I say, well, I promise you guys the VORW show it's coming back. Yeah. That's what I claim, at least. I'll say the VORW show is coming back. We'll get you a great show next week. We'll start uploading these more regularly. And what happens? I make these promises. And what happens exactly? Well, I fail on them, I don't do anything. Here comes the clock. So we'll let it chime out. It's midnight, 12:03 a.m. Eastern Time. But anyways, I'm in the wrong here. That's what I'm trying to say, I guess. People have now come to me, they've asked me, they've said more than once, where's the VORW shows exactly? I like them. And I can't answer them because, I don't have an excuse. Well, alright, I do. I'm just trying to devote at least the bulk of my time to other things presently, but I guess that's my excuse. But keep in mind that I have not forgotten about the VORW shows. That's a promise right there. I haven't forgotten the VORW shows, and I'll produce them when I can. And as more and more things open up, maybe you'll see it more. But I've just devoted my time to different things, i.e., I guess one can say, reviews. The VORW shortwave broadcast, we can't forget that. I pump out 2 hours worth of VORWs each and every week, and they go on the air on 5110 kilohertz on the shortwave spectrum for international listeners, or national, could be either. So I do that, and that's where a lot of time goes. And then I've just been devoting time just to life, but I've not forgotten about the VORWs. I know it may seem like I have, I know I've only been uploading reviews, and it may be kind of like, a back to basics type of thing, but, just know that I have not forgotten about the VORW show. I just haven't. So I want you to know that, and I want you to just, rest assured that, VORW is living on. Okay? Alright? VORW is living on. You're going to get more than one VORW this week, maybe just because we're coming up on a 1-year anniversary of the VORW show. I kind of want to do something for that, so that's probably where my attention is going to go today, or at least this span of time, so maybe we'll get 1 to 3 extra VORWs this week, and we'll see what we can do from there. But, just know, I guess the moral of the story here, this little announcement, type of introduction thing, is I haven't forgotten about the VORW show. May seem like I have, may seem like I'm neglecting it, like I don't care about the VORWs anymore, but no, it's just my attention is being focused on to different things right now. Alright? But know that VORWs are actually still being produced, and they're being heard on the radios, and, we haven't forgotten about anything. So just know that. And just know that the VORW show is forever in my heart, and it's not going away. So just know you have that to look forward to this week. You know, just a little something, a little summit, as some can say, some call it. I don't think anyone actually calls it that, but so some type it at least. And so that's really where things stand with this. It's the VORW program 83. That's not bad. That's a decent number of shows. That's 83 hours. 83 plus hours. Can be sure a few shows go over an hour. 83 hours worth of VORW goodness, you know. Not bad. Not bad at all. It's Sunday, March the 22nd of 2015. I'm getting close to the 6-minute mark here in this broadcast. So if you can tell, I'm sitting here at the computer. That's why it's my clicking of the mouse. It's a little mousy. The mouse. And, you know, here we are. Today was an alright day. Hope your Saturday's doing alright. Could be anything. You could be doing anything you want this Saturday. The weekend is yours for the most part, unless you work on the weekends. Could be out doing what you do. You could be out partying, you know, Friday night, Saturday night, getting drunk, doing all sorts of drugs. That's, I think, what people do nowadays. Just don't do anything stupid. Could be staying in like I am. Could be listening to shortwave radio. Could be doing a very large variety of things. Looking out the window here, I saw the light outside went on. Nah, nothing. But you can be doing anything you want this weekend. Every weekend, every day. You can do whatever you want. You can spend any day however you desire. It's your life. You do what you want to do with it. But, anyways, could spend your weekend online, listening to shortwave radio, spending it on 4chan. Could be sitting in, going out, anything you want. But I hope you had a good weekend, regardless of what you did. Good week, a good month, a good 2015 thus far. I hope. This weekend was so far so good. Today I woke up at 7:30 a.m. Last night I fell asleep at 3:30. Woke up at 7:30. Because I wanted to do some shortwave listening in the morning, which I successfully was able to do. I was able to listen to a few radio stations, which normally I don't get to hear in the mornings. Usually I sleep through the mornings now, because of my sleep schedule, the very unique one at that. But I'll tell you about this chair in a second. But you know, it's neat. I was able to catch a few good stations I normally can't hear. Specifically Radio Sultanate of Oman, which is the national broadcaster of Oman. It's one of those rich, you know, nations in the Arabian Gulf area. Then I was able to hear the mighty KBC, which is another good station. They play music over shortwave, and they play a lot of, like, it's a mix. It's mostly for European truck drivers and motorists, where shortwave is still more popular over in Europe, and they'll listen to it on the road and stuff. And they also have a service in the evenings for North America, which I listened to a few hours ago. They play good music. It's divided into programs, so each program plays some different stuff. You know, they have one that plays more popular music. I think it's called the LA Connection. And then they have one for, you know, it plays country music, one that plays, you know, oldies hits, another for, like, rock music. So it's neat. It's a variety. That's good. My favorite program of theirs is this one called the Giant Jukebox. It's like a big variety, you know. It's they play music from the 50s to the 2010s. So it's a very neat variety there. But that was my day. I had a big meal today. Went to Domino's. I wasn't feeling like going out, so I just got it delivered. I got Domino's. Got a large pepperoni and bacon pizza, light on the sauce, and an order of wings. And it was good. It was a very good meal. It was a fine meal, to be honest. This pizza takes the cake as the best pizza from Domino's I've had this year. Easily. Alright, now normally, it's a big meal. I mean, it's a large pizza. And I'll eat, maybe like out of the 7 slices, or the 8 slices, I'm sorry. I guess you could have 7 slices on a pizza, but of the 8 slices, normally I'll eat like 4 or 5 worth. And this pizza, I ate 7 out of 8. It was delicious. It was good, cooked to perfection. Just the toppings, everything. From the way the cheese and the toppings and the sauce and the base was laid out to the garlic seasoning on the crust. Delicious. Easily the best pizza from Domino's. And I get them almost every week. I mix things up, but, the predominant pizza I get every Saturday. It's been a custom of mine for like 6 or 7 years now. I'll get a pizza every Saturday. And now, Domino's is the predominant one which I order because they're cheap delivery. And easily in 2015, this was the best pizza of theirs thus far. It was delicious. I couldn't stop eating it. Now, what about the wings? Well, they were kind of neglected, but they'll be heated back up and consumed later. But after that, I was in a food coma. I was just tired. I needed some rest, and rested I did. Talked to a few people, listened to some shortwave, discussed the shortwave. Was talking to this one guy who he wanted to buy airtime on WBCQ, so I gave him some feedback about how the signal propagates. But I didn't do much at all. Didn't do much of anything else. And I laid down. Wanted to sleep from 3 p.m. to around like 8 p.m. Well, that didn't work out. That didn't work out well at all. Wake up at 6. And the neighbors and their stupid kid were making too much noise. I swear. They get this extension on their back porch. Alright, and they got this zoning thing done, everything taken care of, they got construction, and they converted their back porch into an extra room for their house. So they put the walls up, a ceiling, and they connected their back porch as another room. Oh, God. Oh, boy. Well, you thought, maybe someone would have thought of soundproofing the room. Maybe. Just maybe. It's not at all. I mean, there's a good distance between properties, too, and someone walks in there, it sounds as if it's being blasted over a microphone, right over to us. It echoes. It sounds probably louder than it is. It just propagates over here like, it's awful. Someone walks in there, you hear the footsteps, these thumps, these bangs, and then today, I don't know. They were in there blasting music, and the kid was making all this noise. I mean, I'm not a light sleeper, really, I'm able to just crash on the couch. Downstairs, people will walk by, phone will ring, whatever. And I'm dead asleep, So I'm not awoken easily, really. I mean, yes, there are things that do wake me up, If I'm sure if something was happening, I'd get up. But overall, I won't, and I'm not one of those people that you have to tiptoe by, or else, I'll wake up. I'm not one of those people. You can just walk by, and I'll be fine. So this must have been incredibly loud to wake me up. Oh God, it was awful. I wake up and it literally sounds like someone's in the other room, and I was kind of, I'll be honest, I was kind of frightened at first. You hear all these thumps and stuff that sound like they're coming from the other room. Nobody was home, So you think, oh my God, what's going on? What is this? And I listen, and then I hear the kid's voice, and I realize, oh, no. Look out the window, it's getting dark, and I see the lights on, and their little extension, and that was that. And then I realized, yeah, well, I know what that is. So, my ideal plans for a nice nap, were not what they were. I was still able to get, some sleep. I mean, not quite, maybe around 3 hours of sleep. Around, yeah, but, no, it's standard. It's standard, the amount of sleep I got. Going with Rockstar tonight. Went with a Red Bull this morning, 8.4 fluid ounce Red Bull. And now tonight I'm going with a Rockstar energy drink. I haven't had a Rockstar in a very long time, probably since 2012. This is one of those drinks that I only drink to review, really, not a regular Rockstar drinker. More of a Monster type of guy, really. But, I saw it and I thought to myself, well, what the heck? Haven't had one in a long time, why not? Rockstar was actually the second energy drink I ever had. I remember when I first got into energy drinks back in like 2010, 2011. I remember having them one night, having a Monster. Thought, this is actually pretty darn good. And I remember having a Rockstar, and I wasn't too fond of it, but I thought it was crap. I remember dumping it down the sink, and maybe I have a more refined palate right now. Maybe my taste buds are just so desensitized to the taste of energy drinks now that they don't bother me anymore. Who knows? But Rockstar isn't bad. I'm trying it now. Haven't had it in a while. It's good. Tastes almost like what it reminds me of? What it smells like? It smells like Twizzlers. Yeah, no kidding, it actually does. Like Twizzlers. Such an odd little, such an odd scent for an energy drink. But it's very sweet, and pleasant to drink. Rockstar Energy Drink is designed for those who lead active lifestyles, from athletes to rock stars. I wonder if any rock stars actually drink Rockstar. I always see them with their Monster sponsored, beverages and all that, but do any actually drink Rockstar? Who knows? I'm sure there's a few. It's gotta be. 160 milligrams of caffeine per can, enough to keep me going. For sure. I live a very caffeinated life, if you wish to call it that. Caffeine. Good. Just making sure the microphone's on. 18 minutes in. Caffeine plays a crucial, and there's no other words that really begin with a C. Important part of my life. It is really critical for my daily functioning. It's because of my sleep schedule. You see, my sleep schedule is pretty much as follows. Now, it's a very unconventional sleep schedule. I don't recommend it. Especially if you get, 8 hours sleep tonight. No, please don't do this. Don't just do as I say, not as I do. It's the saying. The sleep schedule of mine is roughly as follows. I will retire at night, usually between 2 a.m. and 4 a.m., and I wake up sometime between 7 a.m. and 9 a.m. I'll stay up through the day, usually go out. Then I'll go back to sleep at around 4 p.m., wake up at 6 or 7 p.m., stay up through the night until, again, 2 or 4 a.m. So that's my sleep schedule right there. A really odd one, I know. And I'll get these naps usually between about, we'll say maybe 3 to 6 hours in length. Not even 6 hours, nothing close to that. 3 to 5 hours in length. 2 to 5 hours in length. And I'll get 2 of those per day, and that's enough sleep for me. I spend a lot more time now awake than I did about a year ago. Because I realized I'm a night owl. Alright, that's just how it is. That's how my body functions. I'm a genuine, certified night owl. Meaning, naturally, I'm most awake and comfortable while the rest of the world sleeps and retires during the nighttime hours. This is when I'm awake. That's just when I function. Night is my day, really. So, unfortunately, what is society? Well, society is mostly a daytime schedule. You know, go to bed, early to rise, make something healthy, wealthy, and wise. I think the saying goes. My little adaptation, at least. Early to bed, early to rise. I think that's how it is. And, well, that's not me. Late to bed, early to rise, going to sleep in the afternoon and waking up in the evening makes me what I am. Really, society, they fall asleep. Most people fall asleep between, probably the hours of like 10 p.m. and midnight. Wake up between probably 6 and 8 a.m. It's enough, but it's a full-blown 8-hour sleep in one shift. Whereas I'll fall asleep for a little few hours, in the late night hours and the late afternoon hours, and that's my sleep for the day. I'm able to function off of this perfectly. I'll wake up. I'll be a little groggy, when I wake up. But everyone is. If you get a 9-hour sleep or a 2-hour sleep, it's exactly the same. But take the caffeine, you're good. That's how I function. I've been doing this every day since October, because I've realized, I'm comfortable at night. It's when I'm awake. It's when I want to be awake. So, why not? I'll do what I can to be awake in this time. So, I adapted my sleep schedule, and I'm good with it. It's like it's the best of both worlds kind of thing. Because I forgot to mention, most places, most restaurants, businesses, etc., most things happen during the day. So sleeping through the entirety of the day is not really an option. So, I'm going to get the best of both worlds. But anyway, so where we were tying this to, so now you know my sleep schedule. My very odd sleep schedule. So, what are you trying to talk about now, Review Bro? Well, I was saying earlier, I go on a very caffeinated lifestyle. Caffeine is my life. It really is. I sometimes underestimate the value that caffeine plays in my day-to-day life. And if it weren't for caffeine, I would be shut down. I would be a mess. I would not be able to function. So here's my caffeine consumption regularly. Alright. Oftentimes, as some say, in the mornings I'll take some sort of caffeine. Usually an energy drink of some kind. And then in the afternoons, usually during lunch, I got a 20-ounce coffee, milk and sugar. And then, a few hours later, I'll get another 20-ounce coffee. So overall, I'll get 40 ounces of coffee in my system, and roughly between 8 and 16 ounces of some sort of energy drink. And that's my caffeine consumption for the day. So definitely in the hundreds upon hundreds of milligrams there of caffeine in my system every day. So I have a very, very big addiction, and a very heavy tolerance to caffeine at that. But it's just what happens. I'm fine with it. I don't have a problem. It's my life, and I'm going to do what I want to do with it, as some say. Don't know what accent that was, but I was trying something out. I kind of like doing voices. But anyways. So, that's that. It's just what I do. You may hear me yawning a little bit, and that's because I got cheated of my sleep by the neighbors' evil kids, and lack of soundproofing of their extension on their house. I guess I should be glad, though. I should be rather thankful that the only thing they do in that room is, maybe play some music with the kids or something, because they could be doing a lot worse things in there. That would, if they knew, it'd be a lot more shameful to have that echoing through the neighborhood, if you know what I'm implying. But they don't do any of that in there, But I'm very caffeinated life. I do. Very caffeinated. 26 minutes. 26 minutes of your time wasted. More trash for probably another 25. So, anyways, this chair I was going to talk about. But first, how do you like your coffee? Really? How do you like your coffee? If you're listening right now, you can send me a message via YouTube. We'll read and respond to it in every VORW show. We read our fan mail and we respond to it. And I'm curious, how do you like your coffee? If you drink coffee, how do you like it? Do you like it black? Do you like milk and sugar? Do you like half and half? Do you like no sugar, extra sugar? How do you like your coffee? How much do you drink? So if you'd like, you could send me a message on YouTube, and we'll read it in the next show. So it's up to you. I'm not forcing you to do anything. Always welcome to message me on YouTube. We got an email for the channel too, but that's for more, business stuff. Someone wants me to partner or something, or some guy's trying to get me on whatever. I'm most interested in review requests, really, on that email, where a company can say, we got this energy drink, etc. But anyway, preferably you could contact us via YouTube, but I'll check the email too. Anyways, I like my coffee 20 ounces, as I said. Most of the time I just get it with milk and sugar. Light and sweet, really. That's how I like it. That's how I drink it. Sometimes I'll put some French vanilla in it, but that's when I'm given the opportunity to. Often I get my coffee from two sources. One is this little, bagel, coffee, deli type thing. And the other I go to is this gas station convenience store. And I like the gas station convenience store a lot. I go there almost every day. I've been doing this for years. They all know me there. Clerk's a nice guy. Middle Eastern, he's got a nice haircut, got the side part slicked back, kind of like mine. He always looks good, and he's a nice guy. I've gotten the chance to talk to him. And at the convenience store now, they have this thing that they call the coffee happy hour, where in the afternoons, for about an hour, you can go there and you can buy any sized coffee. Any size. Could be an 8 ounce, could be a 24 ounce. Any size coffee for $1. Just $1. So I cash in big time on that. I go there, I get the 20 or 24 ounce coffee for just $1, and I really cash in. And I've been able to save some money doing that. So that's great. Honestly, such a great deal, and I hope they keep it for a little while. But I know it won't last forever, but I'm making the most of it while it's still there. But there, you get more creative control with your coffee. You can add some French vanilla or hazelnut or something in there. You could pick from little blends. Get straight from the coffee pot. You can get the Colombian blend. And they have this little machine there also that kind of makes cappuccinos, I think. All right, let me look this up. What's a cappuccino? Okay. Oh, hold on here. Okay, cappuccino. What's a What's the difference between a latte? I know what an espresso is, but a latte, cappuccino, a frappe. That's McDonald's stuff, isn't it? Alright, no, it is a cappuccino. Okay. I have a cappuccino machine. Not a machine. A machine. As well over there. So you have a great variety of things to choose from. I don't even know what I'm talking about. I think it's a cappuccino machine. But maybe it's an espresso machine. I don't know. I've tried it a few times. It's great. It's like really... The texture is neat. It's really sweet. But damn. Is it hot? The times I've had it is always late winter, the dead of winter, and this stuff just burns your tongue. I don't know how that's fun to drink. I know some people can just guzzle that stuff down, you know. I mean, I see people, I've known people. I'm not just talking about coffee either. I once went to this pizzeria with an acquaintance. I really don't have too many people who I associate with anymore, but an acquaintance. Well, I went to this pizzeria, and I remember we got pizza slices. I just got 1 or 2 pizza slices, pepperoni, and I don't even remember what he got. I think he got 2 of something, maybe chicken bacon ranch. I don't know specifically, but anyways, they come fresh out of the oven, totally fresh, and they're piping hot still. I'm not a fast eater. I know I do the reviews, etc., but I'm not a competitive eater. I'm not a competitive eater at all. Oftentimes, I enjoy my meals. I make the most of them. I'm a slow eater. Alright? I don't eat for speed, I eat for enjoyment. That's just how I eat. I always try to make the most out of every bite. Because there's a few things in this world that I find solace in. And food, good food that is one of the few things that I do find solace in this horrible world. So I'm a slow eater. Don't want to ruin a meal. And this pizza place is known for good pizza. So it's cheap and good. 2 qualities that a good pizzeria must have. So anyways, I'm letting the pizza cool down, It's fresh out of the oven. I mean, they make it straight for you, They'll bring it to your table. Good service. And I'm letting mine cool off. But this guy, it's piping hot. And he's just eating this stuff. I mean, I don't know. He's just gobbling this pizza slice down. I mean, it's like piping hot. And the cheese is like still, that molten state. It's just sliding off the pizza slice into his mouth. Like it's almost bare because he ate all the cheese off it. It's burning hot. He eats the rest of it, and then he just goes into the other one. I'm just looking at him. I mean, I didn't say anything, of course, but I'm just thinking, how on earth can you eat it like that? And I thought to myself, well, maybe it's not, as hot as it seems. I take a bite, burnt the tip of my tongue. It was so hot. I don't know how this guy is able to eat like that. And I know some people are able to drink like that too. They're just able to drink something that's piping hot. Maybe my tongue is just a little more sensitive. I don't know, but some people, maybe his taste buds or something are just so desensitized. I couldn't tell you. I could not tell you one way or another. But definitely something. But honestly, some people are just able to drink this stuff like nothing. But I gotta let it cool down, and just like that cappuccino, I couldn't drink it. Just too hot. I remember once I got it. I was trying to drink it outside. It was still hot, like 20 minutes later. And then it gets into this lukewarm state where it's acceptable to drink, but after that it cools down. It's just this disgusting, thing. It's like you got this 5-minute window where you gotta guzzle the whole thing down, or else it's not gonna be optimal for tasting. And 5 minutes to drink something like that, may not be enjoyable if you want to leisurely drink it. It's different to drink something like coffee or an energy drink, for instance. If you just want the caffeine, you just want to get it over with, I understand that. But you can also leisurely drink something, and that can take much longer. So it all depends, I guess, on the intentions. It really does. 12:37 a.m. Eastern Time. This is VORW, the voice of the report of the week. 35 minutes, we'll talk for 5 more minutes, and then we'll read some fan mail and wrap things up. So, today, suddenly got a little stuffy, no, not stuffy, a runny nose, but we're managing, we're taking care of things. But today, I'm going with a solid outfit, I guess. Going with some black and white pinstripe pants. I've owned these pants for about 5 years now. They're pleated, creased and cuffed. The mandatory trio, that's what I call them. You see, I'm not fashionable. I like my clothing roomier and probably baggier too. This is how I like it. My pants, especially. The jackets have to be longer, and my outfits just have to drape down. That's how I wear clothing. Not fitted, or tight, or slim fit, or any of that. And tailored fit is pretty much the same as slim fit nowadays. But I like my clothing to just drape down on me. That's my style. That's what I actively search for. So it's not like I'm unaware of what I look like. It's the look I'm going for. Mind you, that's my intentions. So, pants especially nowadays, I read on a fashion site about a month or two ago. They're saying that there's going to be new suits released later this year that are going to be called an athletic fit. That they're starting to move away from slim fit suits, and they're going to start bringing back more roomier suits. But it's going to be a very gradual process. I really like the suits of the 1980s and 90s. Like if you a good modern day reference to those is The Wolf of Wall Street, in that movie I'm sure you've seen. You look at the suits there that Jordan Belfort wore and his associates, and those are the suits that I like, and those are the suits that I wear. So I like those styles of, I'd say, late 80s through the 90s and even into the early 2000s. That's the era of suits which I like. That's my preference. Longer jackets, wide lapels, probably 2-button suits, maybe maybe the 6x1 double-breasted suits. You don't see those anywhere anymore, but I have a few. I have, I think, 3, maybe 4 soon in my wardrobe. All that stuff. Pants are pleated, creased, and cuffed. Pleats are usually double pleats, maybe even triple in some cases. Pants are just not too short. They're wide-legged, and just drape down. They're not remotely fitted. And that's how I wear my pants. That's how I like them, and that's the only type I will wear. Just how I am. I've been replacing all my flat front pants with pleated pants now, and that's almost complete. But today I'm wearing a pair of black and white pinstripe pants in that style. That's how they all are. And mind you, this style is very comfortable. Incredibly comfortable. So, it's always a positive. But wearing these pants with a white wing collar shirt. Going with a more Victorian look today. More of an Edwardian, maybe, look. White wing collar shirt. Solid red tie, tied in the four-in-hand knot. A solid black vest with a pocket watch. And I was trying on the frock coat earlier. Maybe I'll film a review later, maybe not. But that's what I was going with today. And for comfort, I'm going with black dress socks and brown fuzzy bedroom slippers. I figure I'm not being seen by anyone. I'm not leaving the house, so why not? So I'm going with today. Comfort is key. As it should be. Really. Dress for comfort, then dress to impress. Preferably both. But that's my attire. That is. Might get a haircut soon. Hair's getting a little long in the back. Haven't cut it since December. It's getting a little long. So maybe I'll cut it. Maybe I'll cut it in April. I'm thinking I'm going to cut it in early April, and then just take it and see whenever I want to cut it next. Maybe mid to late July. We'll see. Whenever I get the feeling I need to cut it or want to cut it. Don't really need to, just want to. So whenever that feeling hits, then we'll figure something out. "41 minutes. Your time. I'm gonna sit back down in the chair. I know I said I was gonna talk about the chair. Maybe we'll read a few messages here, and then we'll go to the chair. We'll talk about it, okay? Okay. Alright, good. Alrighty. Okay. Don't... Sorry there. Sorry. Yeah. Had to cough. Alright, we'll just start somewhere. We'll just maybe this time we'll just take it from the top down. That's what we'll do. Hello there. Big fan of your videos. I'm not sure if you take requests, but I thought I'd give it a try anyways. You should try out the Starbucks refreshers as part of the Energy Crisis series. I think they're pretty new, but they come in cans like any other energy drink, and they taste pretty good. That being said, I like the professional opinion on them. And I think that's actually a good suggestion. I am open to suggestions. Feel free to contact me with any suggestions you may have. Could be for fast food, could be frozen food, any food. Could be for energy drinks. But let me know. Let me know, give me a suggestion, and I'll see what I can do about it. Alright? Okay, but Starbucks refreshers is a good idea, and you might see them appear in the energy drink series. This individual writes, "Hi there. Just wanted to say you're awesome. I really enjoy all your videos. Keep it up, mate. Best wishes from Australia." This individual says, "Hey, review bro, where'd VORW go? I miss it." So I talked about it. I responded to that. I said, it's on shortwave, etc. I linked them to a few recordings. And I'll link you all to a few recordings. Sometimes I know you don't like going on this site, but so I could find the recordings. I'll link you to a Reddit post. If you don't like the site, I get it. Just look for the links, just click on them, and, ignore the rest of the site. But, it's all on SoundCloud and stuff. So I'll link you to it. I could put, the 20 SoundCloud links on, the site in the description, but I think it's easier to just link you to a directory type thing. Hey man, I was wondering, do you upload VOW MP3s anywhere on YouTube? I know you say that we can listen to them on shortwave radio, but I don't have one, and I don't think I could anyway due to the fact I'm in the western U.S. I love those shows, and they're a big part of the way I sub to the channel. Just wanted to know if they'll be coming back anytime soon. Stay golden, review, brah. Well, it's back now. And again, I'll post a link to them all in the description. And, they're on SoundCloud and stuff, so maybe you can download them from there, etc. This person writes, "Hi," with 2 dots, one above the other, and then a number 3 to the right of that. I guess that's some sort of symbol of something. "Hey dude, I wasn't sure how to get my message to you for the fan section of the VRW show. No worries, my friend, it made it there in one piece, safe and sound. But hopefully you could read this one on the next show. I have been dealing with some heavy depression lately. My parents sent me to a, quote, rehab-type facility program in Florida. They think it is going to help get my life on track, and so far, all it has done is make me very anxious and sad. And no, I do not do any hard drugs. I have to be here for the next 5 months of my life, and watching your channel before bed somewhat helps me forget about the daytime stress. Thanks for your videos. Regards. Well, thank you for your message. Thank you so much for your message. And it's messages like these that really do give me the motivation to keep doing what I do on this channel. Because yes, I'm a reviewer. Maybe I'm a lecturer, an international broadcaster. I'm a man of many professions. But while this channel does mostly have a purpose of, informing the public on reviews and, the latest and greatest fast and frozen and other types of food and drink that exist in this world, what I love seeing is this channel going far beyond what I thought it would do. Helping people out in different ways, serving almost as a distraction to, sometimes the perils of life, helping people get through difficult times. It's messages like that that really do give me the motivation to keep doing what I do. To see it has these profound effects on people, and I think that's just incredible, and is just the most amazing thing. I think that's incredible. Thank you so much for your message. Really. Thank you. We are 47 minutes into the broadcast. I'll explain to you about the chair here, okay? You've heard this in latest reviews, and you hear it here. This chair that I sit in, makes all this noise when you sit on it. I understand. The other chair that I own, well, we got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Got about 8 chairs here at this table here. Well, it's like a little conference table, I always like the chair with the armrests. There's 2 of those. Supposed to be 1 at each end, but I switch them up. Well, the other chair, the upholstery on it needs some work, so I'm trying to give it a little break. And this chair is the squeaky one. It's in good shape, though. But it makes noise. So I don't know what we're going to do. Maybe I'll save up some bucks and get the other one done, taken care of. But maybe for the time being I'll switch back to it. I don't know. It's just this makes a lot of noise. Could be a distraction, for sure. But that's why, and know that I'm greatly aware of it. I'm aware of it since I first sat in it. So just know that I'm aware. You aware, brah? As they said back on the bodybuilding forums when I used to hang out there years and years ago. Okay, where are we here? Hello, you. Apparently you're being mistaken for an individual who seemingly joined a military organization, according to the following tweet. And yes, this made my blood boil. It did. Because I don't think this is something to be joked about. And Twitter is a site that I haven't been fond of from the get-go. Not the gecko, but from the get-go. Alright? Just a site that I haven't really been too focused on, I guess you could say. Or no, not too focused, too fond of at all. Nothing at all that I like about this site. I think this site is at times more degenerated than any other site that there is. Even now, arguably 4chan. Because at least 4chan, there's people there, when they talk about me, there's people on 4chan who actually will stand by me. But here, there's nothing. Just a bunch of ignorant, arrogant, degenerated scumbags who think comedy is It's just that their options, their views on comedy is skewed. And I think that says something about their mental capacity at that. You know. But this made my blood boil. These idiots on the site think they could get a few laughs with their friends, their online friends. Decide to create a rumor about me. A very serious one at that. They decided to create a rumor that I joined the Islamic State. And they backed it up because there was someone from Australia who was a suicide bomber for them, who kind of resembles me. Now, I'm looking at his picture now. You could look him up. Just Google, ISIS, ISIS Australian suicide bomber or something like that. You'll find a picture of him. He's wearing like a blue jersey kind of thing. I'm looking at him. I think the guy looks like some inbred hick. I just think he looks like he got in this car accident or something. He looks like this deformed, totally ugly, inbred, hick. He's honestly one of the ugliest people I've ever seen, to be honest. And apparently he looks like me, so I guess that's saying something about myself anyways, but I know I'm not one for looks anyways, so, that's no offense against me. But, I see this guy and he's just so incredibly hideous. And I guess I look like him. He's got longer hair, but, maybe if you put on a suit and stuff. I mean, he's dead now, so obviously not going to do that, but I guess some consider there's a resemblance. So I took this guy's picture. I put it in one, type of window, little box. Then another, they put him like on the field with some ISIS members. And then another, they put a picture of me at the review table. And they said this guy joined the Islamic State. What a shame. And they spread this rumor. I thought, you really got to be incredibly stupid to believe this. You got to be not only stupid, but you have to be incredibly lazy. If you're going to believe this and then not check this person's channel, which is clearly being updated regularly, to try and back it up. So all these people are idiots. Especially the people who posted it, but the people who believed it as well. It really says something about them all. If you're listening and you believed it, shame on you. That's just the truth. But I spread this rumor and people believed it. And people thought I joined the Islamic State. And that's not something that you really want people to be believing about you, that you joined this horrible terrorist organization. That's not comedy, it's not humor. So that's why I hate Twitter and all of its users. Well, not all of its users, but a good 90%. At least of ones who are aware of me. I know there's probably some decent people somewhere on that site, which I don't know of. But for the most part, none of them are. All interactions I've had with this site are not positive ones. And that's all. That's all I have to say. "53 minutes, 33 seconds. You said in your Monster Unleaded video that you don't drink Monster for the taste, and I couldn't fathom why anyone would want a caffeine-free Monster. Well, I for one was pleasantly surprised when I saw this on the shelves. Finally, I can drink a Monster at night without it disrupting my sleep. Finally, I can drink an extra Monster or two in the day without worrying about my caffeine intake being too high. Also, if you drink energy drinks for this caffeine, why not just pop a caffeine pill?" Well, I'll answer this in an analogy. I know people hate smoking, but I'm not advocating it in any way. It's just an analogy that applies here. Ask a cigarette smoker, why not just use a nicotine patch? And see what answer you get. As I guess all that I could offer. It's the method of delivery which I like. Smokers like the process. At least I'm not generalizing anything, but some smokers like the process of getting their nicotine via smoking a cigarette, a cigar, etc. Mostly cigarettes. And when you give them an alternative, such as the patch or maybe vaping, so on and so forth, they may still prefer just buying a pack of cigarettes and lighting one up, and as I always did. Same for me. Comparing this, of course, to energy drinks. Yes, I could take a caffeine pill, but I enjoy drinking an energy drink more so, I guess. Just the means of delivery. If energy drinks weren't caffeinated, yeah, I wouldn't drink them. But they are, so I enjoy drinking them, and I enjoy getting the caffeine through this more relaxing means. And that's, I guess, the best answer I can conjure at the present. 12:57 a.m. Hey man, I was just wondering what you ask your barber when you get a haircut. I'm trying to get a similar cut. Well, I go to the barber, and it's a nice barber shop. It's this Italian barber shop, and all the barbers are well dressed. They all wear like dress shirts and dress pants, have them tucked in, polished shoes. I mean, it's a nice place. They give you good service. And the barbers, though, they're all seasoned veterans. You know, it's not like a salon or anything like that. There is a salon in the place. It's like half and half divided. But these barbers, you know, they're all older, probably in like their 50s and 60s. They definitely have experience. They've been around the block a few times, if you will. And I'll just go up to them. They've probably cut this type of haircut many times. The owner of the shop, he's older. He might have even been cutting hair back in the 60s, you know. Who knows? But these guys, I'll just go up, and I'll show them the haircut, and I'll just say, cut it the same style, but a little shorter. They just know what to do. They'll just go to town, and they'll work, and they always do a great job. Always. What they do, and this is what it causes the distinction, because there is a modern variant of my haircut. You know, you get the guys with like the buzz cut on the sides and back, and the, you know, shaved in part, and then they got it slick on the top. That's a modern variant, I guess, of my haircut. I guess I go for more of the traditional look from like the 50s and 40s and earlier. And the reason why I can get it like this is because they don't use the electric clippers, only on the back if I ask for a block neck. Otherwise, they don't use the electric clippers. That's what causes the haircut to be as it is. They use scissors. They use the classic barber's comb and scissors, and that's how they cut most of the hair. So that's how it's got the more retro look, I guess, rather than the more modern shaved variant. So that's the key. Just keep in mind, scissors. Scissors. The simple scissors. 1 o'clock a.m. Got, we'll read 3 more. Alright, 4. We will read, alright, 5. And then we'll get the rest of them done in the next show. Hello, I'm Mason. I'm a huge fan of your channel. I watch all of your food and energy drink reviews. I've been watching for the longest time. Keep up the great work on your videos. And thank you, Mason. Thank you for watching, and thank you for tuning in and watching on the YouTubes. And hope you stick around. We're producing stuff more regularly than we have, and hope you stick around. Feedback is always appreciated. I've been watching your videos for about a year now. I find your videos to be informative as well as entertaining. I don't really purchase the products you review, but I like to hear your opinions on them. The real reason I watch is your comedy. Your dry sense of humor really makes me laugh. Keep up the great work with you. Bleh. You are awesome. And thank you for your letter. You're awesome. And thank you for understanding my dry humor. And there's some people who don't, and they say, you know, what's wrong with this guy? And yes, I'm not perfect. I know there's stuff wrong with me, but you know, it's just that's how my humor is. And some people, I guess, it doesn't work with everyone. But thanks for getting something out of it. Two more, or 3 more. Hey man, just another message letting you know you seem like a top bloke. Love your vids. Me and my mates love them. They're fun to watch, and I love the humor you add to them. And thank you for your message and feedback and comments. Hey Review Bro, Just watch your review of Lay's chocolate-covered potato chips. I had to laugh because the chocolate-covered potato chips are really popular where I am in North Dakota. We call them chippers. There are local candy shops that exclusively sell the things by the pound. From Kelly. I had no idea about that. From North Dakota. Yeah, nothing like that in our area. This is really like the first time I've heard of it, but that's crazy. I mean, as long as they're good, you know, the Lay's potato chippers, as you say, you know, they were good. They were much better than I expected. I did a review of some Lay's chips last week, and they'll get up soon, and that was different. Maybe not as good. You'll see when you see the review, but you know, as long as they're good. You know, these potato chips were quite good. It's very interesting. I'm sure if you get them more locally produced, I'm sure they might even be better. That's how most things seem to work. You know, the locally made stuff is a lot better. Just gets fresher and made with more care, etc. So on and so forth. But very neat. I had no idea. And finally, the final message of this VORW. Hey, review brah. I love when you say that. Just a shout out to yourself. I love the VORW show. Helps me mellow out at night. All the best. And thank you. Thank you so much for your response, your message, your reply. And I'm happy you enjoy it, and I hope you get something out of this show. I'm glad, you know, it's able to help mellow you out at night. Always something, you know, always nice to listen to something relaxing, help you fall asleep. Well, it's 1:03 a.m. Concludes our VORW show for today. This is VORW, the voice of the Reporter Week. Thank you so much for listening. Remember, you could listen to us via shortwave in Eastern and Central North America on 5110 kilohertz from 300 to 400 hours UTC. That's 11 o'clock p.m. to 12 o'clock midnight Eastern Time every Tuesday and Thursday evening. We have a nice variety of music and commentary. If you have a shortwave radio, you can listen in. If you know how to work a WebSDR, you can listen to us via the New York or Michigan WebSDRs. And if not, we try to update our digital recordings regularly. Feel free to tune us in there. Link to the archive directory will be in the description of this program. Thank you so much for listening. Send us a message via YouTube, and we'll read and respond to it at the beginning of each and every VORW show. Have any questions, comments, or anything else you'd like to say? Let us know, and we'll gladly respond to them in every show. Thank you so much for listening. 1:05 a.m. Hope you have a wonderful weekend. We'll see you later. Take care. This is the voice of the Report of the Week, signing off.